Have it ever crossed your mind to ask the question, since municipalities employ their own police and municipalities are their own governing body, albeit under the laws of any given state, but nonetheless, they're their own socio-political body. City of so-and-so, village of so-and-so, the borough, the town. When they hire their police to guard their commercial interests, each of these municipalities have their own municipal codes. Have it ever crossed your mind to ask the question, these municipal police, if they're hired by a municipality that has its own code, should the code of that municipality not be what they ought to enforce? And most importantly, what part of your state legislature warrants, commands, and grants these municipal police the ability to enforce state laws against you? There's a language of state legislature that relates to such a thing. But have you ever asked yourself that question? When you begin to look into that state legislature, you would see things that will shock you. You see things that aligns with the basic principles of what you experience on a daily basis, of what you're readily familiar with. And you will see many more things that delineates what they cannot do. You should ask yourself that question. Again, here it is. Municipalities have their own police. And they have their own bylaws called municipal codes. Somehow, someway, those municipal police enforce state laws. Where's the part of the legislature in your given state that allows them to do so? Have you looked into it? And you'll find some common things that goes along with what everyone commonly knows about responsibility of police. But you'll find way more things from that one very simple question as to what they can enforce and what they cannot. And then that will transition you to this term, under color of state law. And the reason why federal legislature allows you to sue them personally, allows you to sue them so long as they qualify as acting, quote, under color of state law. In other words, they're pretending to be an official agent of the state. Again, even in their suits, you see them mark themselves as agents. And even if you look at court records, they have agency numbers. You'll find those basic stuff, but you'll find way more things that will blow your mind. Ask yourself those basic questions. This is someone letting you know that there are things out here that are in black and white that you need to realize. Otherwise, someone else who's just role playing, wearing costumes, will keep getting more comfortable and realize that people don't realize what their confines are. And thus, casually change what's on pen and paper because, well, no one is looking. Think about that question. So next time, take care. Best of luck. I have a Patreon page, and I'm inviting you to come join. Are you interested in discharge? We show everything about how it's done and my own experience. Consistent posts are made explaining many things regarding said discharge. Many will seek and simply wouldn't find. Those dealing with mortgage issue or want to know more about it, we speak of it. For those dealing with basic stuff like traffic issues, we speak about the solution, and I show it from my own experiences and how I permanently prevent any such issues. Those worried about trust, different types of trust, we go over so many things consistently. Regarding trust, we show the IRS manuals. Those who are interested in suing and making money through debt collection or other means, we go over it, we show it. I show my own settlement checks and the things that I've done as a personal experience. Those interested in banking, we show subtle details and intricacies of the things that I have learned. For those interested in other things like the IRS forms and how to put it to use, we show it, explain the details. For those interested in court-related matters and intricacies, we always show it. For those interested in the spiritual aspect of things and how it works, we show and explain it. Those with child support matters, we explain and we show everything in detail also. Great puzzle pieces that can never be found in other social media platforms, but we explain it all as it relates to many different things. For those interested in express trust and the issue of how not qualifying for taxation, which I call dinking, how it relates to any other type of trust or any other affairs and how you can intertwine your affairs into the different types of discharge that exist and lack of qualification for taxation. Speak about it. The truth about really recusing attorneys and the whole foreign agent registration and attorney lawyer number. We speak about it. Speak about how to really bring about juries, and some of the comment section asks good questions and greater answers are given. Speak about how to get and use tax exemptions for vehicle use and sales. You don't have to belong to some organization. You can actually get yours according to the language of the legislature within your state. Go over the details that a lot of people mentor about regarding Article 1, Article 3. What really makes a court? It's not limited to just your paperwork. Most people don't know. We go over business matters for those with actual businesses, S Corp, C Corp, LLCs, those who are business minded and those who make monies. Go over other things that a lot of people don't know, functions internationally. We speak about a lot of other spiritual related matters. Details on how to bring criminal charges, what it truly means to bring criminal charges, what a bill of particulars, how to recuse a judge, details of the parliamentary rules in court and legislature, different things about standard of evidence and burden of proof, different things that a lot of people will speak of, discovery. But did you know there are 6 types of discoveries? You know how to intertwine your LLCs and S Corps with an express trust, how to not make them taxable. Do you know when Trinity versus Pagliaro really is involved? Do you know how to use your home as a home office? And the many details involved. Go over the injunction and how to enforce the different types of injunctions that exist. The intricacies of how data brokers exist and how they steal information. Not just the credit bureaus, but many data brokers and how you can prevent them. We go over grants, getting grants. We go over issues and solutions of CPN and how they're created. There are about 6 or 4 to 5 different parts that were created. We go over caveats where people say sue them, but they don't really know. We go over the things to do after you sue them. We go over the issues of privacy and technology. All the whole thing about perfection of security interest, UCC, and how to use it and how to monetize the birth certificate, all that. We go over the details. There are a lot of principles and doctrines people don't know about that we go over. Go over how to really do the copyright and the details involved in it. Go over how to simply do a trademark. It's far more easier than you think. All these people telling you go to a trademark office, do this, write this letter. It's not that difficult. Go over how to fill out the GSA bond box at a time, and so many more. How to get settlement checks, how to put your vehicle in a trust. I show you from my own experiences, form for form, step by step. Go over the different types of relief to be granted. The type of relief you seek invokes the type of jurisdiction that you fall under. All these people speaking about chancery, equity, and law, common law. The relief that you seek is directly tied to the type of jurisdiction. Go over the CPN, how it's created. Go over how to obtain bonds, where to do it. Go over the different types of discharge and some more. We explain each of those types of discharge. We explain how trademark and copyright is affiliated with asset protection. We go over how to prove trust. We go over the different types of fraud. We go over the importance that many people will never know. So many more. I show my own experiences in the audio calls from court cases of how I get different types of settlement checks. Go over the different types of discharge. There's so much more that it can't even completely be spoken of here regarding trust. We go over how to create it step by step, and many more things that will never be shown on YouTube or any other platforms. Go over all the principles that people don't know about. And they speak about statute of limitation. Well, fraud does have a statute of limitation, but do you know how to subvert it? As to why that phrase fraud has no statute of limitation to bring it to life, most people don't know. There's so many things that we speak about. We speak about how to garnish people's checks and people's property. There's a form that you use for that. People don't know about it. Speak about details regarding foreign trustees. Speak about spiritual related matters. And on the Instagram page, if you get to join, come on over. There's also a Facebook page where questions and answers are posted and other reminder links to certain videos are shown. Until next time, take care. Best of luck.
الحق والسم